whatever reason they're a fan, I just appreciate my fans. I want to introduce them to something new.
Getting into comics and doing a comic book project is not as easy as it might sound. It's more of a multimedia thing. I mean, I think comics will all eventually go digital. Tyrese is on the right track. The stuff that will be presented digitally cannot just be scans of the art, you know, posted online. You gotta have either music, you gotta have the voices, you gotta have some limited animation, movement, something, you know. What I liked about the digital download of Mayhem was that you got the comic, you got the soundtrack, you got the voice acting, but you also got the behind-the-scenes stuff, which is very, very professionally done. Props to you guys. And I think that's really cool. To be able to sort of meet and see the creators behind it, and see the energy, the passion that they have for what they're doing, have them talk about their work, is something you can't get in a comic book. So it's almost like a director's cut or a commentary track or whatever. It was awesome because, you know, I had Todd McFarlane in there. And this is the first time in like, gosh, 17 years of knowing the guy, I've actually seen him talk about his craft. What's interesting is you can show every trick to an artist, but unless they travel that same journey, they can't utilize all those skills. So it's not even a linear sort of thought process. You're just thinking of like, oh, I have to come back and remember to do this, and I'm going to add a thicker line here, and I'm going to add some detail here, and you're just jumping around, and it's all just sort of a collage of different images and ideas. But it's interesting because it does make you think about the decisions you make on a very instinctual gut level. So slowing it down so you can see the thinking behind the lines. I think it's good to have anyone that can attract civilians into comics. And I say civilians, people that wouldn't normally go into a store or even download a comic or read a comic. And Tyrese has a tremendous fan base from the movies and music. And even if you get 10%, 5% of that, I mean, it's still a huge number for comics. And I think bringing in new readers, I mean, that's our future lifeblood. I've never seen anyone so passionate about anything, and he definitely created more excitement, and the fans got into it, and it was fun. Even if there is not a movie of it, you can always have this comic book, and he can build a sort of intellectual property empire, you know, a universe of characters, and Mayhem is the first of that. You know, he doesn't need to be in comics, but he wants to be, and that makes the difference. I'm Jim Lee. You can follow me on Twitter at JimLee00.
Todd McFarlane just tweeted, new Steve Jobs just announced Mayhem. And you got Twitter Wood, and you got MTV in my face here. Oh my God. MC Hammer just tweeted. He has 1.4 million followers.
I'm pushing Tyrese Mayhem. That's what I'm doing.
Rob Liefeld wrote, "Congrats Tyrese, I just downloaded it. Press the link and it takes you straight to the magic."
Tyrese, join us. I'm one of them kind of people, like I never assume anybody know who I am. Through Twitter, it's been able to help me to change the perception of what people think of me.
We have the same reaction that anybody else would, as being reached out to and touched through this meeting.
I invented the first ever digital comic book, and it's on the main page of iTunes in over 38 countries.
What's up, Tyrese? It's Tony Hawk, Power at Twitter. I'm following you now.
Tyrese reached out to me about some strange project he was working on, some digital comic book, and I love this man, so whatever I can do to help him. Turns out, things good. People love it.
Twitter, I follow him. Well, I don't know why I don't tell her about it, because I Twitter you. I got it right when he said that shit on Twitter.
We were full throttle on Twitter. We pulled the whole thing off.
She follows you on Twitter.
That's right, Twitter.
Now that he can tell someone that what 500,000 people on his Twitter feed, you need to check out my comic, and they can instantly check it out. That's getting them exposed to a medium they may not have been exposed to before.
Twitters do sell comics. Let them know.
Yes, they do.